Assalamualaikum Pak Zainal. How are you? Waalaikumsalam, I'm very well, thank you.
Gimana Pak, sudah bisa masuk ke itunya?
Belum ini, tapi belum ada
Oh iya,
balasan.
kalau nggak bisa nggak apa-apa Pak, it's okay, nanti mungkin dicoba sebisanya aja dulu kita.
Oh iya, oke.
Yeah, maybe Pak Jasmine, Syah, are you ready? It's already 7:32 and we've got several participants here already. Maybe we can start.
Pak, halo Pak Rian.
Oh, the host is Pak Rian, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
the host is Mr. Rian.
Yeah.
Mr. Rian, you.
Yep.
Good.
Waalaikumsalam.
Sorry. Okay. How about my voice is clear enough?
Yes, your voice is clear.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. But the under 10, we can start now or waiting until.
Yeah, it's okay. We can start now.
Right.
Because yeah, it's okay. No worries.
Commitment with the time, okay, right?
Yes,
Participant to
definitely.
join our session tonight. Right. Thank you very much, Pak Rian, as the host in our meeting tonight. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the committee, for the team who trust the moderator in this session. And maybe the first time for me as the moderator in Jabar. It's a very nice event, I think. And it's the 14th session of the Jabar Teacher Chapters. 14th session, or is about forget of this event. Thank you very much. The Honorable Ms. Mevrian Rini as our coach today, and Pari very much. Welcome to 14 Jabar Teacher Chatter and being here. We are really appreciate your for taking the time active in this greatest forum. Our topic today is about get assessment with our outstanding coach, Andrini KSTMIB. I don't know about MIB. Maybe Miss Febri will tell you later. ST is Sarjana Teknik, SI Master.
Yes, correct.
Master of
Business.
Oh, nice. International Business. ST Master of International, but teachers. Oh, very Thank you. Miss Febriandrini K STMIB about teacher chatter. She is also a teacher at Chennai High School Azwar di Al West Java. He is also as the instructor of penggerak, pengajar praktik guru penggerak angkatan. She is also as a team of penyusun alur dan tujuan pembelajaran kurikuler as a trainer at kampus Guru Cikal. I am Mr. Jasman Shah. I am a teacher, one of Sunda High School, Public Sunda High School in Sukabumi, West Java, SMAN, to my daily activities. My organization busy right now as the Vice President of Indonesian Teacher Association, or Ikatan Guru Indonesia, as the Vice Chairperson. Lecturer at some universities in Sukabumi, graduate program and program. Two of my campuses are STAI, Islamic College University in Sukabumi. Ladies and gentlemen, our discussion today, I will divide it into two. The first session is a presentation from our coach, Miss Feb. The time for her is about 60 minutes. Then the second session we are open for questions. In the session of question and answer, participants are welcome firstly in the chat column, and the host or a moderator will invite the participant to ask the according to the number chatting. Participant can also ask the question column. Of course, you have to write your question in English. Ladies and gentlemen, to save the time, invite and welcome to our speaker or our coach, Miss. The important point of the based on the issue that we're discussing tonight. During the presentation, I mute their mic in order to have our discussion conducive. And please welcome Miss Febriandrini. It's about 60 minutes to deliver your points discussing tonight. The time is yours, Febriandrini.
Jansia and Mr. Rian for opening our session for the 40th episode of Jabar Teacher Chatter this evening.
40th, right? Yeah, 14. Yeah, 40th episode, yeah?
Yes, it's 40. Nice. It's a very nice number, actually. And I'm quite surprised, actually, because this Jabar Teacher Chatter can actually run until this 40 episodes. We are very surprised because at the beginning we're not really sure whether we can continue with this program because we're not sure whether the teachers in West Java are interested in gaining either knowledge or either competence in speaking in English. But I think because we are persistent in doing it, and right now the episodes of Jabar Teacher Chatter only runs twice a week. Not twice a week. Once in 2 weeks. That's my mistake. Once in 2 weeks. Jadi sekali 2 minggu sekali. So yes, tonight I would be your coach, and I would just like to note that this is not a seminar. So basically, what I would like you to do is, if you would like to say anything about what I would present it to you, then you are welcome to open your mic because here is time to talk. It's time to talk and unmute your mic. But don't worry, if you are not sure what to say in English, you can actually mix your English with Indonesian as long as not with the Sundanese, because I'm not really know about Sundanese. All right. If you stop Sundanese, I will ask Pak Jasmansyah to answer.
He is also not
Ah.
understand Sundanese. Pak Jasman is not Sundanese, Bu Andri. Okay. Assalamualaikum everyone.
Yes. Oh, hi, Bu Neni. How are you? I'm so glad that you can come this evening.
Yes, thank you, Bu Andri.
So, how are you today, Bu Neni? Are you okay?
I'm okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Pak
Okay.
Jasman and Pak Rian. Selamat bertugas.
Yeah.
Fine, thank you, Pak Rian.
Right. Thank you, Budeni, for coming this evening. And I would also like to ask a few participants here. Probably you can unmute your mic and maybe talk about where are you from. Let's see, Ibu Amanati Nuraini. Would you like to say where you're from? Dari mana?
From Jakarta.
Oh, really? Which school do you teach? Which school do you teach, Bu Amanati? Sekolahnya dari mana?
Negeri 119 Jakarta.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you're in Jakarta. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. And are you an English teacher?
No, Indonesian.
Oh,
Bahasa
okay.
Indonesia.
Wow, smart. Indonesian.
Bahasa Indonesia. Yeah, okay. I also teach Bahasa Indonesia right now because one of our Bahasa Indonesia teacher is resigning, so I have to replace for him. So that's why I also teach Bahasa Indonesia right now. Bu Amanati, and very nice to hear another language teacher joining us this evening. And we also have, okay, let's see who we have here. Ibu Teti Liningsih. Hi, Ibu. We have Ibu Teti Liningsih here. Okay, I think
Bu Andri,
yep.
there is Ibu from Kepri. Ibu Deswetia.
Oh, Dewesmita.
Dewesmita,
Hi,
right?
Ibu Dewesmita. How are you? Would you introduce yourself to us?
I am fine.
Oh, good. Yes. Could you introduce yourself to us?
Bu Andri,
Hmm?
I'm really sorry as the first time as the moderator in this session, really sure the way how to handling of the
Okay, right. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm
Basic.
the moderator in the workshop, so
Yeah. No worries, but
I'm doing right now.
no, that's okay.
Please tell him what should
Yeah.
okay.
Pak Jasman, no worries. The first time is actually the coach who encourage everybody to speak, and then in the middle, when everybody would there is an interaction, then you would can participate to joining the either unmute their mic and talk, or they can actually write down in the chat, or I will actually prepare a Slido for you to present, for you to write down. Okay,
right.
so don't worry. Yeah, no worry. This is a chat, Pak Jasmansyah, not a very formal situations, because I know that English is a very difficult. Some teachers have difficulties in speaking English, and if we do it in a formal seminar way, then they would not. Then nobody is willing to speak, I think.
Yeah, I still remember when learning before COVID years ago, my students are oftenly invited by Java to join up the discussion in English. Every school must be a student, and then they join together in one forum with all students in West, doing like what we are doing today. And it's very nice for my student at the time. Here the from different regency, different place, and then they are sharing about.
Yeah,
I got the experience tonight because I'm the first time to join of the Jabar teacher chatter.
Yeah, right.
Very
It's
amazing.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, the Jabar Teacher Chatter is designed for you to actually speak, okay? And actually practicing your writing skills when you write down some things with the English. And sometimes people are just willing to write rather than talk, and that's fine. So basically, also, some people who, even though that you are quiet here, you are actually absorbing the English that is spoken tonight. So it's okay if you don't participate directly by speaking. But lately, I've introduced some participants with the interaction with Slido. So hopefully it would get you to participate more. Okay, so right now we are talking, okay, so because this is the Jabar teacher chatter means talk, yeah, talk in a non-formal way. We just discussing in a light situation about national assessment. Okay, so I would just like to present here. Hopefully it's okay, let's see if it's working. All right.
Just
Yes.
just fine. Long time ago, I still remember I sent a message to your email, and then I invite you event at the time. Still remember? I remember right now that I shared your email and.
Oh yeah.
You still remember?
Oh yeah. Is that you? Okay.
Me.
But I think we haven't got a chance to talk more about that. So probably after this event, yeah, it's okay.
One day I'll invite you to be one of my inspiring.
No, I think I should invite you.
Thank you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to give any what we are going to talk, because we're talking in English, yeah. Because we're talking in English, we're speaking English. So we talk something that we think about mostly these days, okay? And these days, everybody talks about the national assessment, how actually to get ready for national assessment. And the topic here is share your tips. So basically, I would love to hear your tips. What have you done in your school to make sure that your school is ready for national assessment? And since this would assess school, so it is very important for us to get ready, and it's going to give you any insights. You could also so I'll just get from to the first questions that I would like you to answer here. So I'm using Slido here. Slido.com is an application that is very good in gaining their mind, so that we know actually what they're thinking. So what words pop up in your mind? It's maksudnya kata-kata apa yang muncul ya, pop up in your mind, di dalam pikiran Anda. What words pop up in your mind when you hear about national assessment? Okay, so go to slido.com and then type C52. And when you type that, it would directly go into these questions, and you can actually put as many words as you can. QR code on the left side in the slides here. You can actually scan the QR code and then it goes directly to the question. Pop up in your mind when you hear about national assessment. Or if you could also go to the chat and then I would read your comments there. Would they with me? If you don't speak English, you can write English. Okay, Bu Desmita. So what would
Okay,
when you? Yeah. Okay. It's okay, Bu. So what words pop up in your mind? Jadi kata-kata apa yang terbersit di dalam pikiran Anda when you hear about national assessment? So you can put in the chat or you can go to Slido. It's easy. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's easy. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Here, actually, I love the way I love using Slido is that it's like Mentimeter but within your slides. So if Mentimeter asks you to to another website, but here in the Slido is actually it's actually go to your integrates within your slides, and then you just slides and then it just pops up like that. All right, it's fun, it's easy. Wow, that's good. It's fun, it's easy. Pilihan sekolah. Okay, what else? Valuable. Okay, that's good. Panic. Wah, Ibu Rina Handayati, panic. Bu Rina, would you like to share something with your panic? It's okay, Bu Dewi Smita. You can also actually actually go to go to the chat and then you just type there. It's okay. Gimana Bu Rina? Yes, you can actually. Oh, okay. Wait, you can actually unmute yourself. You can. Wait. You can actually unmute if you like. Yeah. You.
Okay, thank you everyone. But this is the first time I join with this meeting. It's so
where are you from?
okay. My name is Rina Handayati. I'm from Cianjur.
Oh, you're from Cianjur.
To be here, Ibu Rina.
Thank you so much. Actually, it's more favorable for me to meet with is amazing people here. Is amazing. It is inspiring to talk everything with yeah. Regarding the panic about me, so for me, like as a teacher, to teach them is what feel if you see about your student to get ready to prepare for exam. Baby panic don't
who are confused.
Yes.
All right.
How to
Okay.
prepare our student to get ready for the exam is like that, and then what their emotion, and then probably this pandemic also is more difficult, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, if okay, maybe later when you can actually. So okay, when you hear about the national assessment and then you panic and then think about your students, how far do you think you can actually? What things that have you already done to your students right now?
Yeah, I get them to more exercise, like okay, I make another quiz and everything like that. So, but still, I don't know they is ready or not for that.
All right. Okay. Don't worry, Burina. Don't be panic. I'm here. I'm here to make you less panic. Hopefully.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully.
Should be not only for the student, also for the teacher as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But I think that there are some misunderstandings and also some misconceptions about this national assessment, and that's why first reactions that when people hear this is actually as what you experience is panic. So it's actually a normal, and you are entering our what is it unknown situation. So that's why you think that this is something that out of your hands, but probably while we go through that our conversations today, you would see that it's not actually that frightening. Hopefully.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Burina, for
Thank you
for here we have get ready fun. You know that it's valuable. I'm not sure about this. When someone says valuable in English, is it translated in nilai or is it translated in berharga? Right, but I think what you mean is actually nilai here. So yes, this is actually go for the school. Yeah, so the national assessment is actually assess the school, not assess the students. So the students are just the samples, and actually when they give back the report would be for the school, not for the students. And they would just say that your learning in your school needs development in literacy or needs development in mathematics, something like that. Okay. So when I hope that what I have said here, you can understand. I'm trying to speak as slow as possible. So hopefully you can catch up with everything I have said. Right. Okay. So basically, for those who just join in, we're actually doing the slide, the slido.com. So you can go to slido.com and then type C532. Okay. All right. Maybe I could ask Pak Rian, what words pop up in your mind when you hear about national assessment? Mr. Rian, are you still here? Is it Rian, right? The name.
Mr. Rian.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Rian.
Yes, Mr. Rian. Oh, okay. So, the words popular in your mind is competency, how to attend competency for students. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing with us. Let's move to our next slide. Is that okay? Let's see. All right. Here is actually, I would like you, as you know, that we have three things to consider here when we actually build our strategy and getting ready for the national assessment. So three things to consider: that you will be assessed, the schools will be assessed as the minimum competency assessment for the students, and also student character survey, and also learning environment survey. So we already know about this. You already read the documents. But the point is that what I get from reading the documents is that it's not just assessing the results of the learning build, because it says here about the learning environment survey. So if what I see from my perspective here is just this assessment don't it's not like a horse racing. Yeah, it's not like any racing like when you just like if you see a horse racing, pacuan kuda, if you see a horse racing, the horse, you just see that the horse is trying to get the finish line as soon as possible, and you get the winner. You got students who got the results, who got the highest mark, who got the lowest mark, who don't succeed or who succeed. That's what you get. And that's what we do in the previous year. So what we see is actually just the end result, but we do not. But the government now want to look at how we prepare our students, what kind of learning environment that we need, that we have in our schools to guarantee that the students can learn. So I think this is actually, if for to pre-panic, because actually it's just assessing how your schools is going to they would see how the school is conducting the lessons and conducting the activities in their school. So here the learning environment is actually the ones that I consider most, because I think because we've never done this before. And even we have like BNSP with the PMP and then everything that yang apa, because sometimes they yeah, because accreditation different. Here accreditation is the content, the facility, but here learning environment survey, it looks at the inclusion, it looks at the apa the inclusivity. Inclusivity itu, it means that have you included all your students in the learning. So that's basically the I'm not really I know that we should actually prepare for the minimum competency assessment for students. They need to have that kind of competency, but I think the most important thing is actually how you prepare your school to do this. So I think that's why I said the three things to consider. And right, let's have another chat again. Right, let's have another chat again. I'll go to, okay, while you hear that we have three things to consider, what do you plan to do first in getting ready for national assessment? Sorry. Yeah. What do you plan to do first in getting ready for national assessment? I see some chats here going on. Oops. I think it's quite difficult to maneuver this with the share screen. Wait. Can I see the PowerPoint text here? I don't see it. Speaker sounds breaking intermittently. Okay, Pak Maman, I'm really sorry. Probably the signal in your place. I hope everybody can hear my voice quite clearly. Right. Okay. Yes, some signals are not very good at this moment. Okay. Training for national assessment, workshop, or dissemination. Okay. So that's what you plan to do first. Okay. Make a literacy test. Okay. That's really these are really good suggestions. Okay. Come on. Try to you can mix with bahasa Indonesia. It's okay. If you know, I know how to answer, but in bahasa Indonesia, but that's fine. Habituation for the student. Wow, this is good. So you try to create a new habit for students. That is really good. That's correct. We have a different kind of literacy test for the national, for the minimum competency assessment. Right. Okay, I think I'll just wait for a couple of minutes here just to see whether you share something. Let's see whether you shared something in the chat. You can put things in socialization to the parents. That's really good. Yes. So basically, in our school, the first time to do is to read that one. So in order to prepare for the national assessment, we need to figure out how the best way we can actually work together with the parents and work in, I don't know, work in tandem, right? Work in tandem between the teachers and the parents, because right now students are not preparing at school. Most of the time they study from home. So that's why I think it's better we go to we invite the parents and also socialize to them, and not just socialize but getting their opinion about what things that they can provide and what things that the school can provide to prepare the students together for this national exam. How to get the parents prepared for the national exams? Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Oh, you're someone's writing a question. How to get the parents prepared for the national exam? Parents get the most important role. All right. Actually, the thing about this is just that the national assessment needs to focus on the student, and the learning itself is actually happening around the students. So if you want to, if I have to answer how to get the parents prepared for the national assessment, it means that you need to what is it, to talk. You need to talk with the parents and then discuss together how what kind of learning needs that the student have to prepare for the national exams. Sorry, national assessment, not national exams. UN is different, yeah. National exams is UN, and here is national assessment. So if you want to get the parents prepared for the national assessment, you need to have a regular frequency, the frequency to good frequency in communicating with them. I would say the best way, the most things that it really need is communication. How to communicate with the parents, that's the most important thing. And also here, homeschooling. Oh, okay. It's actually school from home, right? Not, is it homeschooling? Because, okay, the difference between homeschooling and school from home, it's very different. School from home means that the parents still need the schools to guide them through the curriculum that we have, and they still use our curriculum for their learning at home. So that's school from home. But actually homeschooling is the parents the parents decide which curriculum that they would need. So that's basically the difference. Yeah, the difference between the school from home and also homeschooling. Right. Okay. So we also have here multiple choice, complex. Okay. I think it's not complex multiple choice. The right one is actually multiple response. So multiple choice is the which one is the truth from the A, B, C, D, and then the complex multiple choice is or the response is actually you can choose two or three, which is correct, or you just choose either two out of four, right? That right, and also the essay. Thank you. So yes, anyone wish to say something? I think someone opening their mic. No? All right. Okay. So this is basically what you plan to do first in getting ready for national assessment. And have you known that national assessment is not the replacement for the national exam? So it tidak menggantikan. So basically, in my point of view, the first things you have to do is actually you look at the assessments happening in your school. What kind of assessments that you have there in your school, whether it is aligned with the national assessment. That's the first thing actually that our school
Andres,
Yep.
may I ask a comment here?
Yeah.
Yeah, free speaking. Yeah, we are talking.
Yeah, we are talking. So I'm not giving seminar here.
Yeah, as you told us before,
Yep. Maybe I just stop sharing first. Yep. Okay.
national assessment that our ministry in educational launched several times ago. This is the for assess of students' character. How important of the character of is one of the point that must be assessed as the one of the requirement for student from junior high school, elementary school. It's mean talking about the character. I don't forget the concept of the assessment. It's not only assess of the cognitive only, because cognitively students assess during the class in the maybe in grade 1, grade 11, or grade 7. So this process, I mean, it's very important to know our student character, because know that nowadays so many people are smart, so many people are very brilliant. With the IP or overgrade of the total score from what is it? It's called NEM, yeah. NEM.
The national exam
Average
scores.
is 9. Average is 9.5. But is it the or effective for the people's character? So the point is a policy from the government policy here. It's mean that it is very useful for the student how well of the student character. It mean for the future people is not only because of the smart, because of the student's score and result on the final exam. Because the successfulness for the people for the future is how the can interact, can use of their character, their behavior in life. So will use their skill. It's not only because of their skill, because of people good in doing things, but also the most important thing is how well of people's character. Be honest, how well of the people with. So it may be parameter for the successful the people in the future. So in my understanding, this assessment is because of the condition in our country. Let's say corruption. The corruptor is not from the people who under the. This means that the people, the corruptor is because of the character of the people who corrupt of the money from our government. It is not with people or because of under or something, but they have a good they have a good skill. They are smart, but because of their smart, they use of their smart for stealing of government money as the corruption. So it is very interesting. It's very good for me when one tried to use of the character surface as the parameter of the people of the student to graduate from senior high school, from junior high school, or from elementary school. It is the parameter for successful if it's not because of the cleverness during the study, during the class, during the city, but more than the cleverness that they have, how good of the people's character is. It is, and I agree with this. I strongly agree with this concept because the problem in our country nowadays, as well as for my student, is character, the behavior. So we know from the news, from the television, there are bullying occur everywhere. There are some students, there are some people are not respect to the parent. It's because of one of the mind educational system, because we are focusing on the cognitive only.
Right. Okay. That's a very good observation, Jasman. And I agree with you that this is actually, but I think I should actually point out to everybody here that the government wants to know about our students' character, not because for graduating from their school. This is not assessing their graduation, and this is not assessing how they would graduate from one school. So basically, that what they would like to know is what kind of this is what we will come up that later in our at the end of our presentations, that this is actually something that we need to think about, is that this is not for grade this is not going to assess the students for graduations. This is not as eliminating them from any chances that they get to go to other schools, to go to the next level of schools. So basically, this is just government wants to know about how the learning happens in our school. So that's really you need to think about, is how actually the learning happens in our school. So maybe this is the next slide would also make you think about. All right. So the point of getting ready for the national assessment, particularly to get the students ready for the minimum competency of assessment, is to transform your learning from drilling to thinking. And this is a huge transformation. Why? Because we are not used to making our classes from drilling to thinking. We kind of every day, I see that most teachers are giving lessons, giving things to students, like they the way is almost the same as tens or million years previously. So it's kind of the same right until now. But here, for if you are willing to change within your classroom, you need to think about how to transform your classroom from drilling to thinking. It's like the thing that I have, like the ones that I do right now. I'm not considering you as a zero or as a, you already know something about the national assessment. You kind of read something or you kind of heard something about that. And some students, just like maybe Pak Jasmansyah, is very knowledgeable about things. And but also there are other students who is like Ibu Rani tadi, who is panic. She's panic because she doesn't know and she doesn't know what to do. But I'm trying here to transform that. Okay, I need to have a class that can go from drilling to thinking. So I'm not giving you more things to remember. I'm not giving you more things to like more procedures to remember, but it's actually how to make you thinking. Thinking is not the same as remembering, right? So it's quite the same. So I think everybody here is familiar with the Bloom taxonomy. And if you see there are the three on the tops of the Bloom taxonomy, that's where the thinking happens. So if you are able to transform your class, everyday class, not just a special occasion, not just when in the text or in the what is it, in the exam, written exam, you can actually go to see how you can do this within your class every day, just like what I do with you right now. So it is important for us to actually see how the students thinking, how we don't actually go from giving more materials to them, but actually derive and also getting their minds out from their brain, right? And also saying their opinions and taking decisions. That's what thinking. So that's basically the things that we need to consider, how to transfer and how to actually getting ready. It's not about the students doing more questions, doing more works doing more works is fine, but actually it's how you encourage them to think and how you encourage them to make decisions, and that's the most important in the national assessment. And also here, three things to reflect when you actually want to transform from drilling to thinking. So first thing most is your classroom management. So how do you manage your class today? And have you thought of look at what the students need, every single students, that how do you plan your learning strategies? What kind of strategies do you if you see one student need help, kind of learning strategies that you can also help the students, but don't but not neglect the others. So that's basically what we need to think about. Differentiation is the key. And also, if you, as I said previously, because the national assessment would not assess your students for graduation, so it is now the school itself have to think about the quality of the school assessments, right? So if the school doesn't have a good quality school assessments, then everybody would see how the graduates from their schools to look like if they don't have a very pronounced school assessment. So that's the thing that we also need to think about. So it's not about just, so actually for me as a teacher, when I hear about the national assessment for the first time, my first thinking is not how I can give more works to students, but it's actually I have to reflect myself whether my assessments that I have given to students for all this time has actually reached to that point where I can prepare them for that. And actually, we need to do different things. We have to do like as a diagnostic assessment. We have to do like different summative. The summative assessment must be different. So that's the thing that we need to change, and also would have to transfer into a new way of assessing students. So okay, I think right. Okay. So after hearing that, because right now that you need to make students, okay, so to provide what learning activities can you provide in the class? Jadi kegiatan activity apa saja, kegiatan belajar apa saja yang bisa Anda lakukan di kelas to promote thinking, not procedural, not just drilling, but thinking. So what do you think that you can do to promote thinking? Okay, let me see. You can actually put things in the chat, right? Okay, I think probably someone wants to say something. Wants to say something about what I have explained before.
Yeah. Yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a comment, if you have an idea about what our coach today already explained about the. Are we ready with the assessment that launched by our government for junior and high school? If you have comment, please
Okay.
unmute your mic and then share.
I see Pak Asep Dani.
Yeah, Pak Asep.
Hi Pak Asep, how are you this evening?
Okay, thank you very much, Sutikra. Can you listen to my voice?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunities. I think interesting to talk about the national assessment, right?
Right, exactly.
The national assessment. And then you ask the participant to talk about the thinking activities in the school. Because right now, Kemendikbud has already deleted or diminished the national examination. And then the national examination will be replaced by assessment, a specific assessment in terms of numeracy and literacy. Numeracy means that the student should be able to calculate and then multiply and so on. And then in terms of mathematics, physics, and science. And then the second one, literacy means that the student should be able to have a habit of reading, and then not only reading, but they also have to be able to write down, and then they also have to present. So the millennial competencies of today, there are four millennial competencies of today. The first one is critical thinking, and then communication, and then collaboration, and then the last one is creativity, can be reached by the literacy and numeracy. And then for the grades, the student can have the grade from their previous semesters, for example, from class 10 or class 11 to class 12. So I think it will be much more easier. It will be much easier, and then I think it will also be much more difficult. It will be easier because most of the students sometimes are afraid of national examination, and then many periods that national examination has also been controversial for some people because they don't want to have the national examination. But right now, during the pandemic that national examination will be replaced by some or minimum assessment. And then it will be more difficult because we also have to guarantee that the result of the national examination will be very good. It means that the minimum examination will not decrease the value of the national examination previously. So I think when we talk about the thinking activities, we also know the theory of Bloom. For example, the first one is knowing, and then the second one is understanding, and then the third one is applying, and then the fourth one is analyzing, synthesizing, and then the last one is evaluating. So the cognitive can be divided into two division. The first one is low order thinking, and then the second one is HOTS. It means that high order thinking skill. So in thinking activities, we do not rely on lots low order thinking skill, but we have to rely on HOTS, high order thinking skill. It means that the activities of analyzing and then synthesizing and then evaluating or creativity must be relied on the activities of thinking. So I think I agree with the statement that we have to concentrate on thinking activities. So the first one, the method can be project-based learning, and then the second one is discovery learning, and then the last one is problem-based learning. So the student, when they learn something, firstly, they have to observe. For example, if they want to study English in terms of public places, for example, public places topic, so they have to find themselves based on their own experience and then based on their own knowledge. They have to know the public places themselves, and then after that they can discuss with the teachers and then other fellow students. So they can find themselves about the public places. So the teacher here is not the one who knows everything in the classroom, but the teacher should be the facilitator. And then in the classroom, so the project-based learning can also be used. For example, the teacher can order the students to work on something, and then they have to produce something, and then they can discuss, and after that they can have the product in the school. For example, in vocational school, they do not only study the theory, but they also have to study the practice. And then the last one, they also have to be able to have the product, and then they can be an entrepreneur in the vocational school. I think that is my opinion, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you very much, Ms. Teacher Andri.
You're welcome. Okay, Pak Eko is raising his hand. Yes, Pak Eko, would you like to say something?
Yes, thank you, Teacher Andri.
Yes.
I just joined the meeting.
No worries.
I just want to share my opinion that to face the national assessment, I think the students need, if we prepare the methods, I think with the problem-based learning and also maybe project-based learning, these methods can promote them to think. But the most important thing, I think, is how we prepare their psychologists to face this national assessment. Although the although Mas Menteri has said that they don't need to learn more in bimbel, and they don't need to do that. But I think when I see the some of the questions of the national assessment, it it looks like the same like the national test, but the difference is uh, it looks like more what I can say it is the daily problems, more daily problems than that facing in the test. So this is what I can say is we need to prepare the students for in psychology's thing, because no matter what the test is, but if the psychology is not ready, I think no, although the national assessment is not scary enough than national test, but I think their psychology is must be strengthened then.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Pak Eko. Pak Eko, do you teach? Where do you teach?
I teach in Bekasi in elementary school.
Elementary school. What grade do you teach?
6th grade.
Oh, you teach 6th grade. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, well, since you are the 6th grade teacher, so how is your school planning for assessing your students for graduations?
Nowadays, since we study online, I think the struggle is harder than before.
Okay. I mean, do you change? Does the school change the way they assess their students? Like they do the assessment differently?
Yeah, we do the assessment differently, but the problem is not the assessment itself. The problem is the students, because some of the students are not supported in their homes. What I mean is some parents, they said like, seems like, okay, this is my child. Would you mind guiding them to be the better person? Just like putting a box in the school and okay, you can take the box. What do you want to do with the box? It's up to you.
Right.
Oh, wow, it means like this is us. This is school or what?
Right. Okay. Pak Eko, if I also would like to ask whether do you talk to your parents and in regularly like questioning how you can actually help because the students are now studying from home, right? Bekasi is not. I think Bekasi is still school from home, right? Not going to school yet.
Yeah, we are still studying from. The students are still studying from home. I've tried to contact some parents to discuss about their children, and yeah, since we faced COVID for a year, the degradation of learning of the spirit of learning degrades too. So this is the struggle to me for also for the my friends in the 6th class. We have to promote their spirit first before we can teach them. And that is the not enough for the. It's not enough by giving a game. It's not enough by giving a quiz. We need many
right.
things.
Right, exactly. Actually, wow, someone's sharing something here in the nice info for you here to share. Okay, let's see what we I'm not sure what is this, but I'm really glad to hear about I mean some teachers and grade 9 teachers getting students be motivated in for their ending this the school year, right? Because this seems like they think that this is because there are no national exams, then they think that they don't need to study, and basically that's why I always ask to the schools every time they ask me about, okay, how do I have to prepare for this national assessment, then I would always say back that how do you assess your students in your school, because the way we change, the way our school, in my our school changed, the place where I work now, is actually we revise all of the assessments that we have, and for the end of even for the grade six students, we actually do there because the government already give different types of assessments that we can use, right? They have projects, they have portfolios, they have what you say, you can also have a written exam, you can, and actually we kind of do every little not everything, but like for the grade 6 we have a project called Compassionate in Action program, where they actually look at the environment and then see what things that they can actually do with the solution, and then they do the things for the 3 months, and then after that they present to schools, and then how the schools can they would have to ask the schools how the schools can help them to evaluate to leverage their programs to the community. So that's the thing that actually we do, that we kind of change the way we assess the students. We still do the projects because project-based learning, we do lots of project-based learning, but for the ending for the grade 6 and the grade 9, we have kind of like a scientific research also. So they have they need to see what kind of things that they can they give the solution to the community. So that's why we create those programs in our school to so everything that they if someone asks us so how is your graduates, how the students can graduate from the school, I would have to say then we kind of do this assessment to so that our students can graduate. So basically that's the thing that actually maybe because the school mostly thinks that about the end of the school year or the end of school level, is that you need to have a written exam. Yes, we have a written exam, but actually it's not the only exam that we do. So if the students know about that, and I see the huge changing in our students here, that because we say to them that okay, you will have a written exam, but you need also to do this, and we kind of give them this is how you will be evaluated, and they see, oh okay, we can do that, I can do that, and if they think that they can do that, then they are motivated. I think that's the key. Yes, Pak Jasman, yeah, we have 10 minutes left for everybody to, yes, all right. Maybe I'll just skip to Okay, let's see. I present one more since this is actually the last questions that I would ask to everybody here. Let me present my screen again. Right. So here is what kind of learning activities that you can do in the class to promote thinking. So the point is that how you promote your thinking. And here we got some great answers from the audience that we have here. We have, okay, it's still going, okay. Oh, someone says more reading activities than having questions and answers from the text, debating based on facts, designing things. I would love to do designing things. Integrated learning, good discussion and project based. Yes, these kind of things are promote learning. And basically what you have to do is you, as a teacher, myself included, is still need to learn how to relinquish my power to the students. It's like that I don't always have the hold of the class. It's like sometimes I need to put that on the hands of the students so that they can be motivated and then they do their learnings themselves. And then, all right, see, this is what actually you need to think about. How do you design your assessment package at school? How do you assess your student learning? That's the most important. And basically, this is actually the last part that I would like to say, since we only have 10 minutes left. And it's actually the national assessment is you need to see it as a chance to grow. If you have a growth mindset and you tell your students that they actually can grow from not knowing to knowing, from not able to able, then they would definitely be able to do the national assessment. And also, I would like to point out here that actually the school, the score that the school has in this year, if we have the national assessment, it would not have any value at all until we do another assessment next year, because that's where we know that we have grown or not, that we have done something better or not. So this is actually the chance for the schools to grow and to see. And it's not, I think the Mas Menteri also said that this is not about the facility. This is not about the whether you have good computer labs or whether you have good, I don't know, buildings in your school, but it's a chance to grow, whether you grow or not in your learning. And they always say it's the process that they look at, whether the learning experience by the students would definitely be. They can see that in the results of the national assessment. So I think for everybody who is probably now thinking about the national assessment, that is going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but I think this is a chance to grow. And if you can give this to your students, then whatever questions that they have in the national minimum, in a national assessment, they would definitely be willing to do it and be they would definitely go for it and definitely would like to try to answer the best way that they can. I think that's all my presentation, Pa Jasmansyah. I know we still have 10 minutes left, and probably if someone wishes to say something before we close, I would just like to stop here. So I think we have a few of our coaches here. I see Ibu Teti. Ibu Teti, are you here, Bu Teti?
Yes, Bu.
Oh, Bu Meti. Hi, Bu Meti.
Hi. I won't be able to open my video though.
No, it's okay.
Kayaknya saya kenal Bu Meti ya. I think I know
Pak
Miss
Jasman.
Meti.
Apa kabar, Pak?
Chairwoman, business association teachers in Bogor ya, Bu Meti ya. Even the first,
Yes, that's right. I teach in vocational school in Bogor.
yes.
Yes, Bu Andri, can you repeat the...
Any ideas, Bu Mete, before closing our?
Maybe you can say something about this national assessment. Maybe some tips. Maybe you have some tips for the others here as well.
National assessments. I think I strongly agree. This is my personal view, right? I strongly agree with it because once I did what do you call it? A teaching. What do you call it? A session with my students, and from that session, I found out that they are not used to critically, what do you call it? Reflect on their own learning.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think if those kind of sessions were given again and again and again, then they will get what they're supposed to do. And I think we are being pushed by the ministry to change the way we used to teach,
right,
to the kind of teachings that will make them think and reflect. And
exactly.
I think if all the teachers are able to do that, our kids will be better.
Right. That would be a lovely closing for our statements.
Bu Meti is always great.
Of
And Bu Meti, meet Pak Jasman here, okay?
I think we're a community where we grow together. I learn a lot from Ibu in here and teacher Andri, and I also learn from Pak Jasman. Hello, Pak Jasman.
Yeah. And we also have Ibu, I think Ibu Luki is here as well. Hi, Ibu Luki. Would you say...
Hello, hi. But I think...
Would you like to say something?
But I think, related to the topic or related to what happened here, I don't think you can hear my voice.
No, we can hear you clearly, no problems.
Really? Talking about the national assessment.
Right.
Yeah. Here, rising teachers, education. Hello? Here,
Bu Luki, I'm here. I'm hearing.
Educators, scholars, or any point that I think, this is my opinion, right? I'm not talking about like or dislike, ready or not ready anymore. Instead, teachers must be ready in preparing themselves and indeed the students to face this assessment. Like what Asap, I think, if I'm not mistaken, project-based learning, discovery learning, or other method, other modules, right?
Right, exactly.
And also a man after Asap, I don't remember the name. Teachers facilitate, right? And assist, the students. Since teachers are not everything, so in this very near short time, I think I myself, how teachers quickly assess themselves facing the national program. The programs of this of our government, right? So,
right, exactly.
This assessment also encourages the students to be ready to face the real life. And since we know that this program suits to the pillars of education, learning to know, learning to do, learning to hear, learning to live together. So
exactly.
They can easily apply that one.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Buluki, for your final,
very sorry, I cannot activate my camera because there are
it's okay. No worries. Yes, no worries. Everything is okay. All right, everybody. So I'm glad to have our sessions this evening, and we have a good crowd actually this evening. We have about like 28 participants joining us in this room, and hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we would have another GDC session again. And myself, Teacher Andre, would like to close this session. And then please think about that this national assessment is actually a chance for you to grow. It's not for the government just to judge you. So it's actually for you to think about that this is a chance, as I said again, a chance for you to grow. I would give the floor back to Mr. Jasman Shah.
Thank you very much, Bandri, for inspiring sharing tonight about the national assessment. From our chatting and discussion today, we have some point. Yeah, I can. We are discussing from 7:30 until now. Tonight. National assessment is not the substitution of that we did before. And number 2, the main object actually first encouraging teachers to develop fundamental cognitive competences, character of student as whole. So what should be the main goal of the school, namely development of student competence. Not only student competencies in aspect of cognitive, but as well as the character student will be part of the assessment. Number 2, the national assessment is carried out to measure the mapping of the quality of education from primary to secondary education, as well as the equality program. There are 3 instruments used to measure the quality. National assessment or AKM to measure literacy and numeracy. Our participants shared before. To measure literacy and numeracy skill as a result of cognitive learning. The character surveys emotional learning outcome, which if we may conclude, which Pancasila student. Maybe ladies, audience here is already heard about the Pancasila student. Tua yang berkarakter Pancasila gitu ya. So itu salah satu the national assessment that launched in Indonesia and then what else? What's the point from? I note some here. Sorry, what is the point here? The character survey measure emotional learning outcome, which refer the Pancasila student profile, where Indonesian students have global, and we have according to the Pancasila values, in Pancasila values like belief, character, global diversity, mutual cooperation, critical reasoning, independent, creative, and others. Why does the minimum competition assessment measure literacy and the answer is because literacy and numeracy are the competencies for a student to be able to learn throughout life and contribute to the people, to the society. It is some conclusion that I can say here to the last that we're discussing. Thank you very much, Ibu Andri. Amazing sharing here. Thank you for and thank you for audiences, for participants. So it is about 25 participants are joining the session today. As a moderator, I'm so sorry during handling of this. There may be some mistakes. Yeah, I told before to Ibu to be moderator in Jabar teacher chatter, and I don't know the rules of this. Many didn't tell me that this is different than other event like seminar, webinar. So yeah, so sorry if the road that I apply during handling of this session is different than the concept
Okay,
of
Pak
the committee
Jasman, that's
for
okay.
handling of this.
Then
And
you know
finally,
it by yourself.
thank you very much, Bu Neni.
My pleasure.
Giving the time for me as the moderator in the session. And on the list, let's close our session today. Let's say together. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. And I return of this room to the house, yeah, because the house has this room. So I return back to the house of this Ramdhani. Yes, Pak Rian. Then and finally I say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Pak Rian as the host of this meeting. Belum foto bareng dulu Bu Rian, ya, Pak Rian. Saya already came in. Dipoto Pak Rian yang foto ya.
Wait Pak, I think
semua hidupin dulu kameranya.
Iya, hidupin dulu kameranya teman-teman.
Video kameranya di.
Iya, Hai Bu Supartini. Would love to see you again someday. Right, okay. Siapa lagi yang buka kameranya?
Buka kamera ya, masih gelap.
Iya, okay. We have Ibu Rina buka kamera. Right, okay. So, okay, Bu Lina Herawati. Bu Neni, don't you open your camera? No?
Sorry.
All right. Oh, okay. Hi, Ibu Dewa Smita. All right. Okay, so everybody look at the camera in 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. I'll just put that in our group. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Semuanya, Bu Andri, thank you, Bu Meti, thank you semuanya. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you Pak Jasman, thank you Pak Rian, Bu Andri.
I live ya.
Thank you everybody. Yeah, bye-bye. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Mita,
That's
I'm
okay,
here in Mumbai right now.
You where?
Mumbai. Do you know Mumbai?
Of course I know.
Of course.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I know Mumbai.
Where do you teach?
What, right now?
Yeah.
Right now I'm in Klaten.
You are in Klaten, right?
Yeah.
You are from Klaten?
No, I'm not from Klaten. I actually being transferred here to Klaten.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Your English is actually great, Ibu.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining this program.
Right. Thank you.
You're talking to teacher Andre.
That's okay.
Yes, of course, your English is quite good. Thank you, Bu Andri.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bu Nani. Bye, Bu Meti. Yeah, thank you, Marian.
See you all next 2 weeks.
See you all in next 2 weeks. Bye-bye. I would end this meeting. Bye-bye.